Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Fearless Manifestation Masterclass. Let me make sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, we are live. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to the Fearless Manifestation Masterclass. If you are new here, my name is Libra Lewin, and I help women to free themselves from fear so that they can manifest the love and the abundance that they deserve. And you know that you are in the right place if you want to stop procrastinating, if you want to stop being a perfectionist and putting so much pressure on yourself that you always end up feeling like you miss the mark and you never quite feel like you measure up. You are in the right place if you want to stop people pleasing and hiding your light from the world, and you want to stop avoiding the things you know you need to do to take you to the next level in your life. If you want to stop experiencing anxiety attacks and panic attacks that are leaving you feeling powerless and alone, you are in the right place if you want to stop self sabotaging and holding yourself back from amazing relationships, amazing friendships, and an abundant lifestyle full of love and adventures. Are you experiencing any of these things? Let me know in the chat. Because if you are, you're in the right place. And if you want to move beyond any of these things that I just mentioned, this is the masterclass for you. This masterclass was made for you. So I'm going to give you some knowledge and some tools today so that you can move out of fear, out of anxiety and stuckness, and into a peaceful, confident, creative state where all the good, juicy manifestations and transformations can happen. I'm going to guide you through a wonderful process that will pinpoint and dissolve your fear-based beliefs and your energetic blocks and raise your vibration to a place where you'll know what to do next to manifest your desires more quickly. But why should you listen to me, of all people? So let me tell you what the knowledge and the tools that I'm going to share with you today have done for me and how they have changed my life. Let me tell you about my before, where I'm coming from, okay? Where I started off. At an early age, I always just felt wrong. I felt ugly, I felt unlovable, and I never felt like I belonged. I always felt like I wasn't good enough, and I was always afraid. In my high school, people thought that I was emo or goth because I was always wearing black and I was always wearing these jackets. And what they didn't know was that I was covering up the nervous sweat that I would have every single day. I went through 4 years of college and didn't make any friends because I was so insecure. I was diagnosed with not one, but two immune disorders. And one of those immune disorders was lupus. And that was a very frightening prognosis for me. I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was almost 30. Okay. And he was emotionally abusive. He brought a lot of baby mama drama into my life. He was just dusty. Okay. Plain and simple. My next boyfriend, thankfully got out of that relationship, and my next boyfriend, he was nicer, but he was a grown man still living in his mama's house, no established career or business. And I was the one that ended up paying for our dates and paying for our trips. I'd buy him birthday gifts, and he wouldn't buy me anything for my birthday. It took me 2 years to realize that I was in a situationship that whole time and that he never loved me. I started a business writing books, and it became very profitable. But I was so afraid to show up on social media and afraid of marketing myself that I let my business crash and burn. I've experienced anxiety attacks that have sent me to the emergency room in an ambulance. Is anyone relating to my story right now? Let me know in the chat. Can anyone relate to the embarrassment and the fear and the struggle that comes with having anxiety? Well, let's talk about my after, okay? Once I learned the things that I'm going to share with you tonight, I met my dream man. And we have traveled all over the world and all on his dime. And he pays like 90% of the household bills. So there is no 50-50 argument happening, okay? And I am now engaged to that man. And I manifested the house that we now live in. We were able to get a house in a crazy real estate market that we have. And now we're homeowners. I manifested tens of thousands of dollars to invest in my coaching business. I experienced a healing of my immune system. And the last time I got a blood test, there were no longer any markers for lupus. The test came back negative. I was blessed recently to have an ecstatic experience where I actually felt God's bliss flowing through my body. It was amazing. And that really deepened my spiritual connection to my creator and to my own power. And I'm able to post videos all over social media now, and I can do live videos like this one. If you want to stop being afraid and you want to manifest love and abundance and confidence, what's stopping you? What do you think you're doing wrong right now? Let me know in the chat. What do you think it is that you're doing wrong? What I see a lot, the 4 big mistakes that I see a lot of us making is number 1, we label ourselves and we label situations. We end up basically cursing ourselves and cursing a situation instead of blessing them and allowing them to unfold. And we don't give ourselves love and allow ourselves to unfold because we label things as negative, as bad, as wrong, instead of taking a step back and letting the magic happen, allowing ourselves to be surprised, allowing the universe to work. The second big mistake I see people using is that we focus on what we see instead of what we are feeling, right? We focus on the outside instead of the inside because we're waiting for the circumstances to change so that we can feel better. And when the circumstances don't change, we get discouraged because we're not seeing things manifest quickly enough. But the thing is, you have to feel better about yourself and see yourself differently first. That's what comes first. Your energy has to change before you see reality around you change. The third big mistake I see people do is we think that we think that effort and thinking through our anxiety and thinking through manifestation is going to solve our problems. We rely too much on our intellect and we don't get tapped into our body, into our physical body. We don't get tapped into our spiritual body either. And spirit is actually speaking to us through our emotions. But we end up pushing our emotions aside because we feel like it's getting in the way, especially fear. We don't want to experience those emotions because we feel like it's just getting in our way and blocking us from what we need to do. What we need to do. We're so focused on what we need to do and not on what we are feeling and how we are being and how we are showing up, what energy we are bringing to the situation. The fourth big mistake that I see is that we're asking for the wrong things from the universe. We expect the universe to actually go against our free will, and the universe just doesn't do that. For example, you say that you want to manifest $1 million. You tell the universe, I want to be a millionaire. But your energy is saying, I can't handle the negativity that I will get from people if I have way more money than them. Right? So your free will and your energy is always going to be honored and respected by the universe. It's not going to give you something that you're not certain of, that you are double-minded about. Okay? So, I want to share with you now a process that I call anxiety alchemy. And it's a 4-step process that takes you from fear into empowerment. And once I teach you how to do this, you can do this in like less than 4 minutes. Okay? So if you're sitting down and you're in a place where you aren't too distracted, the first step of anxiety alchemy is awareness. To become aware of the thoughts that are leading to your fearful experience. So what you can do is place a hand over your heart and another hand over your stomach. Take a deep breath and then complete this prompt. I am feeling blank because of the thought that I am blank. So for example, I am feeling afraid because of the thought that I am not good enough. The second step is to go into the body and to invite peace into your nervous system. And 2 techniques that you can use today. You can use cyclic sighing, which is a breathing technique where you inhale through the nose, fill your lungs, and then do another quick inhale, and then exhale through your mouth and just sigh it out. Okay? So let me demonstrate that for you. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth, slowly. Inhale through the nose. Another quick breath in. Exhale slowly through the mouth. And the second technique that you can do is to self-haven. Self-havening is when you just apply a soothing touch to your arms, to your shoulders, to your hands. And just a soothing motion that's going to tell your nervous system that you're safe and that it's okay. And you can actually combine both of these if you can multitask, do self-havening and do cyclic sighing. So let's do that for a few moments now. That just feels so cleansing. So the third step is to complete this prompt. I tell myself I am blank, but the divine truth is I am blank. And those two blanks that you're going to fill in, the first one is going to be what your negative belief is. And then the second blank is going to be what the opposite belief from that is. So for example, I tell myself I am not prepared. Or I tell myself that I am not good enough, but the divine truth is I am more than good enough. I tell myself I am not blank, but the divine truth is I am blank. And as you say this, you can close your eyes and visualize glowing roots extending down from your tailbone area, because that's where your root chakra is located. Imagine the roots going down into the ground, into the soil, and soaking up all of this nurturing, solid, supportive energy from Mother Earth. And the last step is to affirm. Affirm what is the desired quality that you want to embody now. So you'll complete the prompt. I now allow myself to be blank, and fill in the blank with the desired quality that you want to embody. So for example, I now allow myself to be fearless. I now allow myself to be fearless. And as you repeat this affirmation, you can visualize a goddess or an element, an ancestor, or a spirit animal, something that represents that quality that you want to embody. So just imagine that goddess or that element, ancestor, or spirit animal. Imagine that they're sharing that power with you. They're sharing that quality with you, and that energy is flowing into your body, right into your sacral chakra, which is located right between your sternum and your belly button. Imagine that happening right now as you affirm, I now allow myself to be fearless. Now, you may have had some insights or even some new ideas pop into your conscious mind while you were doing that. And that's because from a higher vibrational state of being, you can receive high vibrational ideas. Maybe the next step that you should take in your career or your business or in your relationship pops in. You get that download. And that's what's so key, is that the next step to take, you are not going to be able to receive it until you calm your nervous system down and until you invite peace and invite those qualities into your being and embody them and get to that higher vibration. You're not going to be able to receive the help that you want, the insights, the nudges that you're needing. Okay, now you're familiar with the basics, but I definitely have more knowledge and more tools available for you. For example, did you know that you can use symbols to quickly reprogram your subconscious mind? Symbols and imagery, they work way faster than words when it comes to rewriting your beliefs. Think about the movies, the cartoons that we watch when we're kids and how that impresses our subconscious mind. Well, now, even as an adult, you can use imagery and symbols to do the same thing. Did you know that you can channel divine downloads from the universe? You can channel them on command, right? You can channel divine downloads and they will remove energetic blocks immediately. Any blocks that you have around the things that you want to manifest, you can call upon the universe to dissolve them. Did you know that if you want to heal your nervous system and feel safe, there's other techniques such as sound, certain stretches you can do, certain movements you can do that also can bring peace and healing into your nervous system? And do you know about human design? Human design was extremely helpful for me because human design is a system that helps you understand who you were born to be before all of the programming, right? And it helps you to undo the conditioning that you've received throughout your life. Human design helps you become more of yourself, which is exactly what you need to be in order to become your most magnetic. See, it's not that you need to become someone else, it's that you need to become more of yourself. And that authentic energy is what is so magnetic and transformative. So, I am excited to reveal my new coaching program today. It's called Infinite Resources. And in Infinite Resources, I will teach you all of that and more. I'm going to put the link to that in the chat right now. Let's see if I can pin this. Infinite Resources. I want to guide you one-on-one through the inner work that's going to allow you to let go of the past, see yourself as a goddess, the goddess that you are, and become more fearless. I will walk you through the process so that you don't have to feel alone, you don't have to feel lost, you don't have to find yourself going down that shame spiral, because I have been through all of this too. I know how it feels, and I know what it looks like to get to the other side. I will teach you how to do subconscious reprogramming. The thing about shadow work is that a lot of those things that are holding you back are in your shadow. You're doing them unconsciously, and it takes another person to see it and point it out for you. And that's the benefit of having a coach. You'll learn how to heal your nervous system so you can feel safe anywhere that you go. You'll learn how to channel those divine downloads. And I'm going to do a reading of your human design chart so that you'll learn what to laser focus in on to start being more of your true self, which naturally makes you more magnetic to all of your desires. I will get you to a place where you will believe your affirmations. You'll actually believe what you're saying instead of them just being nice things to say that sound good. You'll actually feel it. So I am offering this new 3-month coaching program for 60% off for the first 3 ladies who join the program tonight. Now, full price, this coaching program will be $22.22, but I want to give it to you, 3 of you, for only $8.88 tonight only, okay? So, that being said, thank you for attending this masterclass. Thank you for joining the coaching program. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next time.